Good morning to all. Myself Dr. TV Nagaraju. I am working as an associate professor in Department of IT, MLR Institute of Technology. In the last session, we discussed the concept of abstract class. What do you mean by abstract class? Simply, a class which consists of at least one abstract method is called abstract class. By using this abstract class concept, we can achieve abstraction from 0 to 100%, in the range from 0 to 100%. Now, if you want to achieve 100% abstraction, then we are moving to the concept of interface. Now, coming to this session, in this session, we will discuss the concept of interface. What is an interface? Similar to a class. What is a class? Class consists of some set of variables and methods. Exactly in the same fashion, interface is also collection of classes, collection of methods and variables. Remember, the most important, up to Java version 7, an interface is collection of variables and abstract methods only. Variables and abstract methods only. You know the meaning of abstract method. What is that one? A method without definition is called abstract method. So, up to Java version 7, within the interface, we can write only abstract methods. Now, from next version, that is from Java version 8 onwards, within the interface, it is possible to write concrete methods also. What do you mean by concrete method? Exactly reverse to abstract. A method with definition or a method with body is called concrete method. Now, remember, before version 7, up to version 7, after version 7. Up to version 7, an interface consists of only abstract method. From version 8 onwards, an interface consists of abstract methods. Always along with concrete methods also possible to write. Now, what are the rules to be followed? What are the rules to be followed for creating an interface? The first one, we are using the keyword interface. To define a class, we are using the keyword class followed by class name. Within this, that one, we are writing some set of statements. Exactly. Interface is the keyword which is used to declare the interface. See this one, the keyword name is interface followed by the name of the interface. Opening, closing, within that one you are writing the body of the interface. This is my first step. The way how do we declare interface in our application? Okay. Once an interface is declared, here the body means we are writing some set of variables, we are writing some set of methods, generally called as the programming components. Okay. Remember, if you are moving to the concept of class, by default, the programming components within the class are default access specifier. You know the concept. You have 4 access specifiers: public, private, protected, default. If you are not mentioned anything before declaration of either a variable or a method, if you are not mentioned anything, all the programming components in the class are default access specifier. Coming to interface, even though you are not specified anything, all the programming components are becomes public access specifier. All the programming component are public access specifier. This is my second point. Now, coming to third one. Within the class, we are creating, that means we are declaring primitive data types and non-primitive. What is on the example of primitive? Int AB. Non-primitive means string name. Like this, in the interface also, we can declare both primitive data type variables and non-primitive data type variables. Any type of variables are declared. Now, coming to the most two important rules. Within the interface, we are declaring the variable. So, whatever the variable that we declared in the interface, those are automatically static and final. Anyway, you know what is a final? Constant. Before a variable, if you use the keyword final, then that variable is not possible to modify. So, by default, the variables that are declared in the interface are final variable. And one more point is the variables are static variable. Why? Remember, an interface consists of abstract method. It is not possible to create an object. In the last session also we discussed an abstract class. It is not possible to create an object. Now if you want to access any member, you need to create a child class. That child class extends the abstract class and provides the definition. Exactly, the interface variables are accessed by using interface name. Why? There is no concept of object. That is the reason the variables are static variable and final variable. Now, next, once you declare the methods in the interface, the methods are always abstract method. Yes. Generally, suppose if they have no concrete concept up to version 7, the methods are only abstract methods. Yes. And non-static. Why it is non-static? Remember the point. If it is a static, that method is accessed by using interface name. Okay, we are accessing the abstract method by using interface name. But the method does not consist of any body. So what you need to do? You need to create one class. That class implements the abstract method of the interface. And by using this class only, we can access the abstract method. If it is a static, it is not possible to access by using object. That is the reason all the methods in the interface are non-static. And the last final important is, it is not possible to create an object. Already we discussed why. Why in the sense interface consists of method without definition. Even if you are create an object, how can we access the method? It is not possible. So, it is not possible to create an object for the interface. Okay. Now, remember all these rules. Next. Already you know the concept of abstract class. If you have an abstract class, compulsory you need to create a child class. That class extends the abstract class and need to provide the definition for the abstract method. Exactly. The interfaces are implemented in one class by using the keyword implements. So, in your program, if you have an interface is there, compulsory you need to create one class. That class implements the interface. That class implements the interface. Implements the interface in the sense that class need to provide definition for all the abstract methods of the interface. Okay, that is the point. See this one. The implementation class must to construct the body for all the abstract methods of the interface. Along with, we can write our own methods also. So, we can declare my own methods within the class. So these are the some of the rules. Now, based on these rules, I will create one interface and I will show you how the execution is happened. Now, Understand? Interface is the keyword followed by interface name. For example, my interface name is this one. Within this one, you can write variables and methods. Now simply I am writing one method, display1, ended with semicolon. Remember, before the method, public abstract. Like this, you can write any number of abstract methods. You can write any number of abstract method. See this one, display to close this interface. This is the syntax. Now, what is your aim? You need to create one class. Suppose class sample. Within this class, you need to provide definition for all the abstract method. How? Implements. Remember, in case of inheritance, we are using extends keyword. Now you are using implements. Implements means a class implements an interface space my interface name. Within this one, what is your aim? Provide the definition. Why display1? Why display1? Write down the definition. System.out.println. Suppose just one message, just for understanding, one message, display1 close. This is the way to provide the definition. Like this, you need to provide the definition for display2 also. Remember, if a class implements an interface in the sense, that class must and should provide definition for all the abstract method. Now, here I will do definition for display2. Now, these two are called implemented methods. Along with, you can write your own methods also. Display3. Now you understand the point. This is a non-implemented method. That is, this is the own method for the class and then close. Clear the point? This is the way how I written the interface. This is the way I written the interface and the class implements the interface. Once that class implements the interface in the sense, the class needs to provide definition for all the abstract methods. Okay, here I provide definition for display1 and display2. Along with I provide display3, that is my own method. Now create main class demo interface1 public static void main string args. Okay, within this one create an object for the interface. First I will create an object for the interface, then observe it to show some error. I test1 some OB is equal to new I test1 of, okay, OB dot display1. Just to, for example, I called only one method, close this one. Now save this program. .java. I saved this program. Now open the command prompt. Java C space .java. See this one? It shows an error. Display2 I test1 is abstract, cannot be instantiated. That means it is not possible to create an object. Now you got the point. It is not possible to create an object. So you need to create an object for the class which implements that interface. ob.display1. Similarly, call the remaining two, ob.display2, ob.display3, save, and then compile the program one more time. Now show display to in sample cannot, what is error? Now observe, display to in sample cannot implement display to in itest1. Why? Public abstract void display to. This is an interface. Void display to. Everything is fine. For example, if I remove this public, observe what happened. See, now again two errors. Display to in sample cannot implement display to in sample 1. So, public is compulsory. You got the point? Public is compulsory. Now, observe step by step. I will show you the error. What is the error? Within the interface, I created two abstract methods. That is fine. The class sample implements itest1. That is also fine. Now, in order to access, you need to provide public access specifier. Public access specifier. Then, see the output. Now, you understand why it shows error? Why it shows error? Because of this public. Why? By default, the class members are default. I already explained in rule 2. By default, the class members are default. But the members of interface are public. That is the reason you need to provide the access specifier as public. You clear? That is the reason only initially I does not return that public. Demo interface 1. Now see this one, in display 1, in display 2, in display 3. All the three methods are executed. All the three methods are executed. Now come to the point. Finally, what we discussed, what are the rules to be followed for creating an interface and how to define a class. That class implements that interface. We discussed with an example program. Now, the main point for this interface is to implement the concept of multiple inheritance in Java. Anyway, in the next session, we will discuss multiple inheritance implemented using Java. That's the end of today's session. Thank you.